Hello again. Something a bit different today. We're actually out the shed, out and about. We're not doing a rally. So, surrounded by potatoes, and I have bought another car. What, that one? That one. It's a 4-door Mark II Escort, and it's got some good bits in it. So I'm quite excited about it, but I'll have to give it a bit of a wipe over because it's been sitting here for a while. I'm not going to be able to see out the screen. Oh, I've just given the windows a clean so I can see out of it. It's left-hand drive. It's got electric power steering, roll cage, bucket seats, extinguisher. It's 4-door. Plastic rear windows, all the rest are glass. Oh, it's got a fiberglass boot and bonnet, aluminium tank. It's UK registered. Connaught engine. Yeah, I don't know overly about the engine. It's got new carbs. Well, 2 years ago. It was dynoed at 215 horsepower, so it's got to be quite good. It's got gas coilovers, I believe. That's about all I know, but I like it. I didn't really want a 4-door, but 2-door would be twice the price. And I've seen it go. It does go really well. The guy brought it over for a hill climb a couple of years ago to Jersey, and it's just sort of, I think he just left it here. Right, see if it starts. Right, the charge light's gone off, which is good, once I gave it a rev. The brakes are pretty hopeless, but it hasn't been used for such a long time. The seat's so far back, he was quite a big bloke who owned it. Still got half the rear seat there. Right, here we go. Yeah, that was most enjoyable. That was, brings back memories. Yeah, it's got electric power steering as well. The steering's very light, the seat's massive, and it's well away from, it's far too far back for me to be comfortable driving. I'm really stretching to get to the steering wheel, and the brakes worked fine, but you have to push them. Yeah, but it's lovely. I do like a bit of nostalgia. I did have a few of these when I was younger. Nothing like what this is now. And I used to buy them for like 50 quid, and then you'd use them for a month or two till they broke. If you couldn't fix them, you'd just go and get another one for 50 quid. And it was rust that got them. But this shell is immaculate. There's no rust on it at all. I've had a good look underneath. Well, there might be something lurking, but I'd be very surprised. It's had a little bit of welding done on the arches, but that's it. It's not been touched because it's been from France. It was bought from France, and it spent most of its life in a shed. So I don't know what the mileage is because the original dash is gone. I don't want to get ahead of myself because I do like the car. It was an opportunity. It turned up. I really don't need another car at the moment. I've got so many cars that I need to finish off and get done. I've got someone interested in the E30. Well, they say they're interested. I'm selling the E30, the Rothmans one. I put it up for sale. I've got a few people in the UK who are keen. One of them's talking about coming over to have a look. I don't really want to sell it. I've built that car from scratch. I know it's a good car, and I know I'll regret selling it. But saying that, this garage we're in at the moment it's a garage I put cars in, or a car, and I've just pulled out the M3 that was in here, the E46 M3. Now I haven't driven that for 6 months probably, so I drove that one to the farm where this car was, brought this one back, and I just loved it. The M3 is just a beautiful car to drive, but I just never use it. So I'd hate to sell it, but I don't use it, so I should sell it. But I'd really regret selling that car. And I've got the garage next door as well, and that's got the E30 in. We'll have a look at that afterwards. And I've got big plans for that. And I don't really want to sell that either, but I've got to sell something. I can't keep buying cars and not selling them. So I'm going to have another car at my house now. The M3 is going to have to come back, which is good because it means I can use it. And I've been meaning to give it a service for the past 2 years. But in that time, I think I've done about 300 miles. So, yeah, that's not about them anyway. It's about this Escort. And, yeah, I think it's a great car. Goodbye. And I think I'm going to leave it in the shed, shut the door, and just try and forget about it. I've got... it'll be fine in here. When I do decide what I want to do with it, I think the first thing will be, if I keep it, it'll be to move the steering wheel to the right hand side, which I think will be quite straightforward. And also the dash is all electric. It's got electric speedo, rev counter, everything. So that should move over, no problem. The electric power steering, that should go over. I've done, the E30 was left-hand drive, I made that right-hand drive. I could just put a pedal box in, rather than use the original one. This has actually got a pedal box in it. It's a bit hard to see in the dark. So it's got power steering, and it's got the bias pedal box. Is that the bias valve? Yeah, I think that must be the bias adjuster. It's got switches underneath. I don't know what they do. The speedo doesn't work. That might be on a switch. What's that for? Don't know if it comes on when the ignition's off. Just strange. Yeah, so I think that's it. These are the cloths I used to clean the windscreen. That was absolutely filthy. Because there's birds in the shed, so you know, I think they've been using it as a toilet. But yeah, they clean up all right. Because it's green, the guy called it Kermit, so I presume that's a Kermit frog. The driver's seat and belts are in date. I haven't looked at those. I don't know if they are. But who knows? Who knows how long it's going to be before I actually get round to using it or decide what I want to do with it. But I do like it. It's a nice car, and this is the one I want to. This is the one I want to work on the most because it's new, it's fresh, it's something different, and I've got plans, sort of plans. I'm really keen to get stuck into it, but I've got to stop. I can't do another car. I've got other cars I need to finish off first. I've got the compact, which I've got 2 compacts. I'm not going to go on about other cars. Right, okay. Cut it there. This is, I love it. It's a great car. I'm glad I bought it, and there's something for the future. Thanks for watching.